Do you know what hurts the most? Not the argument, not the disappointment. It's when someone asks, "What's wrong?" and you genuinely don't know how to answer. So you say the only thing you can, "I'm fine," even when you're clearly not. And people misunderstand that silence. They think you're cold, distant, dramatic. But what if your silence isn't rejection? What if it's protection? Because some people don't scream when they're hurt. They go quiet, and the scary part, most of them have been doing it their entire lives. If this feels familiar, comment 1. Here's what most people get wrong about quiet people. They think silence is a choice, like you planned it. Like you sat there thinking, "I'm going to ignore everyone." But that's not what happens at all. When emotional pain hits, your whole system changes, your chest tightens, your thoughts speed up, and words suddenly feel impossible, not difficult. Impossible, because your brain shifts into survival mode, and when that happens, communication shuts down, not because you don't care, because your nervous system is trying to protect you. If you relate to this, comment 1. Now here's where it gets deeper. You were not born this way. Think about children. Kids cry loudly, they express everything. They don't hide pain until something teaches them to. Maybe you grew up hearing, "Stop crying. You're too sensitive. Calm down." Or maybe you opened up once and someone used it against you. So your brain adapted. It learned something dangerous. Being vulnerable is not safe. And after enough experiences like that, silence became your defense, not because you stopped feeling, but because feeling out loud started hurting too much. If this hit home, comment 1. And here's the strange part. While you look calm outside, your mind is anything but calm. People think quiet means empty, but your brain is doing the opposite, analyzing everything. What exactly hurt me? Did I overreact? What happens if I say this? Will this make things worse? You replay conversations, you study details, you think deeply before speaking, because for you, words matter, and once they leave your mouth, you can't take them back. So instead of reacting immediately, you process silently. If you overthink before speaking, comment 1. Now let's talk about something nobody notices. Part of your silence is actually kindness, because deep down, you know what happens when pain speaks too early. You say things you don't mean, you react emotionally, you damage people you care about. So instead, you hold it in, you wait, not to punish others, but to avoid destroying the relationship in the heat of the moment. That silence, it's restraint, not cruelty. If you understand this feeling, comment 1. But here's the painful irony. The more hurt you are, the more people pressure you to talk. Say something. Why are you acting like this? Stop shutting me out. And every time someone pushes, you close even more, because pressure makes your silence feel unsafe. What you actually need is patience. Someone who doesn't force words out of you. Someone who understands. Just because you're quiet doesn't mean you don't care. It means you're trying to come back together. If you wish more people understood this, comment 1. And here's what makes quiet people different. When you finally speak, you mean it. You don't throw random words around. You don't explode just to win arguments. You think carefully. You replay everything in your head before saying a single sentence. So when you finally open up, it's real, not emotional noise, truth. And the people close to you know this. They know if you said something hurt you, it really hurt you. If your words carry weight, comment 1. Now let's be honest, being this way is exhausting sometimes. Because people misunderstand silence, they assume the worst, cold, avoidant, emotionally unavailable, but they never see what's happening internally, the emotional overload, the overthinking, the constant self-control. They only see the outside, never the storm underneath. If people misunderstood you before, comment 1. But here's the truth you need to hear. Your silence is not weakness, it's adaptation. Your brain learned how to survive emotional pain the best way it could, and maybe that silence protected you once. Maybe you needed it. But healing begins when you slowly realize not everyone is going to hurt you. Not every conversation is dangerous. Not every emotion has to stay trapped inside. And little by little, you start feeling safe enough to speak sooner. Not because silence was bad, but because you no longer need it as much. If you're healing, comment 1. So if you're someone who goes quiet when hurt, you are not broken. You are not cold. You are someone who feels deeply and thinks carefully before letting the world see it. And in a world full of people reacting instantly, that quietness can actually be rare, even powerful. If this video described you perfectly, comment 1. Now tell me, when you're hurt, do you go silent or speak immediately? I read every comment, and if this made you feel understood, share it with someone who needs to hear this, because sometimes the quietest people are carrying the loudest emotions. See you in the next video.